What's your name and what are you doing?
My name's Kendra Benedict, and I'm the social media coordinator for the Bay of Fundy International Marathon.
All right. So you're doing a good job because there's a lot of people here.
Thank you. It was really an easy job this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
What kind of things did you have to do?
Well, I was in charge of promoting, but thankfully so many people were expecting a return that they were ready. So our numbers were, we have 550 runners.
Wow.
But we filled our spaces pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a whole lot of promotion to do, but we're still interested in spreading the word.
So with your promotion and the things you did do, were you like in certain groups or what? How'd you promote?
We've got some local community groups. So like between Campobello and Lubec, there's some individual Facebook pages that we were spreading the word on. It was mostly through Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
But we've got about 5,000 people on our Facebook page. So even from there, the community spread the word even further.
Yeah.
I believe Runner's Mag has listed this as a bucket list race.
Okay.
So there's been word generated that way. But really next year, I think in terms of our efforts this year, they'll speak to next year and then we'll be able to promote it even wider.
Grow even more. Nice.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges for the race? What are some of the challenges you had or that you heard from people?
Well, probably preparing for the weather in terms of the runners because it's unpredictable maritime weather, as you know.
Yep.
And then challenges, not too much. I was supporting from Nova Scotia, so some of our committee members joined via Zoom. We had a Zoom meeting every week, but most of the community and committee just participated from either Campobello or Lubec with our weekly meetings. And yeah, I can't say we came up against too many challenges. Like we were able to really brainstorm.
Is that where you're from, Nova Scotia?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
How'd you get hooked up with?
So I heard about the Bay of Fundy Marathon about 11 years ago in Canadian Runners Magazine, just a highlight.
Are you a runner?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I played soccer for most of my life, and then after university, I just kept up running. So that's been my individual sport, but I've loved the community aspect of runs like these.
So that's how you heard about it.
Absolutely.
Heard about it.
Yeah.
So are you running tomorrow?
I am. I'm taking part in the half.
The half marathon?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk a little bit about some of the training that you do.
So I'm a big fan of Zone 2 training, which is keeping your heart rate at a certain level as consistently as possible. And then never afraid to walk if I need to, but really just long runs and then some sprinting. That always helps get my hips actually moving. Because when you're long running, you can kind of take on a bit of a shuffle. And I've done ultra marathons that don't necessarily require you to run fast. So I'm training for one of those at the end of the year. And
how big is that one?
That'll be a 50K.
50K, wow. Nice. So that's a whole other level of training.
Different mindset, but but a half is essential, and then if you can run a marathon, then it's only a few kilometers more, so why not?
So what are the kind of things that you do as far as for eating and that kind of thing before a marathon?
Yeah, nutrition's a very important part of it. I've really been just learning about what works and what doesn't work because it's a bit of a gamble digestive-wise, what will sit and last you. But I'm a big fan of protein and then the right carbs a few days before, just making sure that your body is well stocked. And then hydration and electrolytes are really the most essential because once you've depleted those, you'll start to cramp. So minimizing that as much as possible, just overhydrate, and then chances are you'll be all right.
So what about the morning of?
The morning of, I'll probably be up about, because I'm doing the half, so it starts at 8:45. But I'm going to be up pretty early. And then I'm honestly planning on having pasta and chicken for breakfast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lots of water.
Lots of water.
Yeah.
What about stretching? Are there some favorite stretches or movements that you do?
I'm a big fan of stretching. Anything that's going to get the hips open, because with running there's a lot of rotation that you don't necessarily think about to get that mobility. So long holds in a lunge position can be really beneficial. But also easing into that. But really your mobility when you're running is also what's going to help maintain your pace and your stamina. and just minimal effort really to get through those sticky parts in your joints. But in addition to that, like core strength is an incredible important aspect. Like maybe overtraining your core more than you think so that you have that strength to move your legs. But yeah, making sure your back feels loose and your shoulders are down so your neck's not tight and you're not overexerting through your lungs. All of those are important, but I'd say I'm a big fan of a long lunge. Like in a yoga position, it's called a runner's lunge.
Okay, yeah.
And just staying in that for several minutes so that your hips are familiar with your legs reaching that distance.
Yeah. What do you think about while you're running?
One foot in front of the other, for sure. And like exhaling is just as important as getting air in, so that you're really releasing what's called metabolic waste. So when our bodies breathe in, we use that oxygen to get it into our blood, and then there's the output of all the energy that we're using. And if we're not exhaling all the way, then that can get kind of gunky within our body and lead to cramping or other slowdowns. So long, strong exhales, definitely when you're running, are important.
Nice. So you don't have any kind of music that you listen to, or
actually don't usually listen to music.
You just meditate.
Yeah, if I've got a long run, which is like 2 or 3 hours training, I'll listen to an audiobook.
Okay.
So I'm a fan of that, or a podcast. Just something consistent. But I do have like a little 20-minute playlist just to like pump my energy up if I'm feeling resistant, which is honestly often. So you just got to get over that hurdle.
How about a short message for the runners tomorrow?
Enjoy the views as much as you can, and thank the volunteers when you see them, because they're a big part of what's getting everybody over the finish line. And have fun. Have as much fun as you can.
So tell us a little bit about your business and what you do.
Thanks. I work in youth peer support and community in Nova Scotia.
Okay.
But on my own individually, I offer resources to people who are in any type of need, and also decompression and meditation classes. So that's my specialty.
All right. And how would someone get a hold of you?
Well, my name's Kendra again, and my business is called Preserve Wellness.
Preserve Wellness.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.